Welcome to another section of Chemistry NEET Lovers. Today let us discuss a topic called buffer solution. You are familiar with the term buffer solution, but there are problems. It is difficult to do some problems related with this buffer solution. So here let us discuss some easy tricks to identify buffer solution. Okay, come to video. A buffer solution. You know what is buffer solution? A solution which resists to change pH by adding small amount of acid or base into it. Buffer solution, a solution which resists to change pH by adding small amount of acid or base into it. Generally, buffer solution classified into three different types. That is natural buffer, acidic buffer and basic buffer. Natural buffer means a salt of weak acid and weak base, generally acting as a natural buffer. A salt of weak acid and weak base. Acidic buffer, it is a mixture of a weak acid and salt of this weak acid with a strong base. Salt of this weak acid with a strong base. For example, acetic acid, it is a weak acid with salt of this weak acid with a strong base like NaOH. So we can say CH3COONA, sodium salt of acetic acid. So a mixture of this is called acidic buffer. Similarly, basic buffer means a weak base with its salt of a strong acid. For example, ammonium hydroxide, a weak base with its salt with a strong acid like HCl. So it is called a basic buffer. So generally buffer three different types: natural buffer, acidic buffer and basic buffer. So out of these two are more important for our topics. So we want to calculate the pH of this type of buffer. So before discussing pH, let us see what is buffer action. We said the definition of buffer, that is buffer solution which can resist pH by adding small amount of acid or base into it. That means a buffer solution which can resist pH. How they can resist pH? By adding acid or base into it. That is according to the principle called common ion effect. Common ion effect. You know what is common ion effect? That is suppression of dissociation of weak electrolyte by adding small amount of strong electrolyte having common ion into it. Suppression of dissociation of weak electrolyte by adding a strong electrolyte having common ion in it. That is common ion effect. Let us see what is happening here. In the case of acidic buffer, we said it is a mixture of acetic acid and sodium acetate. So let us see. So acetic acid CH3COOH, it is a weak electrolyte dissociated into CH3COO minus plus H plus, and this is present in our buffer solution. As well as it consists of sodium acetate CH3COONA. It is dissociated into, it is a strong electrolyte, it is a salt, strong electrolyte, completely dissociated into CH3COO minus plus Na plus. So look here, due to the presence of this strong electrolyte, CH3COO minus ion present in solution is very high. That is why dissociation of acetic acid it is suppressing, because it is equilibrium. Always equilibrium concentration should be same. So when this acetic acid is added to the solution, acetate ion concentration increases. So it disturbs equilibrium. For maintaining that equilibrium, system will move backward direction. That means the dissociation of acetic acid decreases. So always it is maintained that equilibrium. At that time, let us add some H plus ion into this. or NaOH, that is acid or base, added into this buffer solution. Now it is acting as a buffer solution. Into this, let us add some H plus ion. What is happening? Molar concentration of H plus ion in solution increases. That means it will disturb that equilibrium. Suddenly system want to maintain that equilibrium. So system will move backward direction. Similarly, suppose if we are adding some OH minus ion into the solution, what will happen? This OH minus combining with H plus ion and forming water. So that is H plus ion present in solution, equilibrium decreases. So system will move forward direction and equilibrium again maintained. That is why it is saying if you are adding a small amount of acid or base into this, the pH of the solution remains constant. There is no change in pH. That is the importance of buffer solution. Clear? Now let us see how to calculate the pH of buffer solution. pH of buffer solution calculated by using an equation called Henderson equation. pH of buffer solution can be calculated by using an equation called Henderson equation. So that is, the equation is pH is equal to, for acidic buffer, pH is equal to pKa plus log molar concentration of salt by molar concentration of acid, or pKa plus log molar concentration of conjugate base by molar concentration of acid. If it is given in terms of conjugate base, we can write molar concentration of conjugate base by molar concentration of acid. In the case of basic buffer, we are calculating pOH. Instead of pH, we are calculating pOH. Then we can convert it into pH. 14 minus pOH is equal to pH. pOH is equal to pKb plus log molar concentration of salt by molar concentration of base, or equal to pKb plus log molar concentration of conjugate acid by molar concentration of base. So that is Henderson equation. Direct equation, you can directly substitute the values and calculate pH. Now let us see buffer capacity. Buffer capacity, that is number of moles of acid or base which is added to 1 liter of buffer solution to change pH by 1 unit. Number of moles of acid or base which is added to 1 liter buffer solution to change pH by 1 unit. Clear? That means how many moles of acid or base which is added to 1 liter buffer solution for changing its pH by 1 unit. That is called buffer capacity. So buffer capacity increases, means more number of moles of acid or base required for changing the pH of buffer solution. Buffer capacity increases, buffer action increases. Clear? Okay. Let us do some questions related with buffer solution. Let us come to a question. Look here. 20 ml of 0.1 normal acetic acid is mixed with 10 ml 0.1 normal NaOH. The pH of resulting solution is, again there is a confusion. Acetic acid and NaOH mixed together. There is acetic acid and NaOH. It is a weak acid and it is a strong base. So when you are combining, that is in solution, so it can form a salt as well as can undergo hydrolysis. So we can calculate pH according to the hydrolysis equation or buffer solution. There is a confusion, isn't it? Yes, always. remember. So when you are observing this type of question, you have to identify if the concentration of acid and base both are equal, it can undergo, that is completely converted into salt. So we can calculate in terms of salt hydrolysis. But remember, look here 20 ml 0.1 normal acetic acid that we have taken. And what about NaOH? NaOH is only 10 ml. 10 ml 0.1 normal NaOH is taken. That means which is limiting reagent? NaOH is limiting reagent. Isn't it? So this NaOH combining with acetic acid and forming sodium acetate. NaOH completely reacted with acetic acid and forming sodium acetate. Who is remaining? Acetic acid is remaining plus acetic acid. So in solution, who are they? Sodium acetate is there as well as acetic acid is there. That means a weak acid, a mixture of weak acid and its salt of a strong base. Now it become a buffer. Clear? Now it become a buffer. So listen, that is when you are adding two substances, this that is an acid and base, we are combining, both are equal in concentration and completely converted to salt. Then we can calculate pH according to salt hydrolysis. Check whether it is completely reacting or one is excess or one is limiting. If it's so, there is a possibility to form a buffer. So you have to check it first. Now here it is acetic acid and sodium hydroxides are mixed together to form sodium acetate, but sodium hydroxide is a limiting reagent. That is why it is not completely reacted. NaOH, the NaOH present in solution completely reacted with acetic acid and forming sodium acetate, and some amount of acetic acid is also there. Now it is called a buffer solution. Now we can calculate the pH according to Henderson equation. So it is an acidic buffer. So Henderson equation, pH is equal to pKa plus log molar concentration of salt by molar concentration of acid. What is molar concentration of acid? 20 ml 0.1 normal. 0.1 normal means 0.1 gram equivalent present in 1000 ml. So let us convert into molarity. We know normality is equal to molarity into valency factor. Normality is equal to molarity into valency factor. Where in the case of acetic acid, valency factor is 1. So normality is equal to molarity itself. So we can say 0.1 molar acetic acid. 0.1 molar acetic acid means 0.1 mole present in 1000 ml. So here we have only 20 ml. So what is its concentration? That is 2 millimole or 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 moles of acetic acid is present. And here 0.1 normal NaOH valency factor is again 1. So it is 0.1 molar itself. So 0.1 mole present in 1000 ml. Or then 10 ml consists of 1 millimole, that is 1 into 10 raised to minus 3. So this NaOH is completely converted to sodium acetate. So what is the concentration of sodium acetate? 1 millimole, that is 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 be the concentration of sodium acetate. And acetic acid concentration, what is remaining? Out of this, it is completely reacting, means 1 mole is reacting with 1 mole. So 1 mole of sodium hydroxide is reacting with 1 mole of acetic acid. So what is remaining? 1 millimole of acetic acid is remaining. That means the concentration of acetic acid is again 1 into 10 raised to minus 3. So this term and this term both are 1. Log 1 is equal to 0. So pH is equal to pKa. pKa value is already given, that is equal to 4.74. Clear? Let's come to another question. Look here. pK of HCN is 9.30. The pH of solution prepared by mixing 2.5 moles of KCN and 2.5 moles of HCN in water and making total volume up to 500 ml is. Look here, pK of HCl is given. pH of solution mixing prepared by mixing 2.5 moles of KCN and 2.5 moles of HCN. So concentration of KCN is equal to concentration of HCN. That is the first thing that we have to identify. Now look here, this is HCN, a weak acid. This is KCN, a salt formed with KOH and HCN. So KOH is strong base, HCN a weak acid. So it is a buffer. It is a buffer. First itself we want to identify it is a buffer. So equal concentration of KCN and HCN mixed together. So if we identify it is a buffer, directly we can substitute the values in buffer Henderson equation. Isn't it? Okay. Come to this. Now we identify it is a buffer. Then what is the concentration of KCN and HCN? It is both are equal, it is given. So 2.5 moles of KCN and HCN in water making total volume up to 500 ml. So 2.5 moles present in 500 ml. So molar concentration or molarity of KCN is equal to 2.5 by 500 into 1000. That is equal to 25. Molar concentration of KCN is equal to molar concentration of HCN, that is equal to 25. That is equal to molar concentration of HCN. Then direct substitution, substitute into Henderson equation. pH is equal to pKa plus log molar concentration of salt by molar concentration of acid. Look here both are same, so it become 1. So pH is equal to pKa, that is already given, that is equal to 9.5. Clear? If you like this video, please like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe. Enable your bell button for getting more videos. Thank you.
Bye.